Hi everybody, Deanna here. We're going to do a craft today. Now I picked this kit up. You can see the picture. And it is comes with this piece here, which is, it's like pressed wood. I don't know. It's not pressed wood. But anyway, it's good. It's a good size piece. It's like a half-inch thick. It also came with this. Now I pre-painted these because I wanted to be able to get right at it. It also came with this wood cutout that says Families Are Forever. And it came with this papers. This one and this one. And it's from Adorn it. This whole kit is. And I like the idea. But was not my style was the papers. So I got rid of those. I'm not going to use those. What I am going to use is some graphic 45. So I just painted this around the inside and outside edges with white acrylic paint. This was painted with just a gold ink or paint pen that I had. And I used Waverly Agave chalk paint for this. And I'm actually going to use this side because I didn't want those lines in there. So I chose 3 graphic 45 papers. Now when I think of family, I think of children and growth, and I do a lot of genealogy. So I look at my family maybe differently than some other people do. I just love family. If you're a cousin, an aunt, it doesn't matter. I just adore my family, and I adore my family history. So I wanted more like a family tree type thing. So I thought of like there's leaves on the tree which represent the family members. So I chose Children's Hour collection, and I chose the January montage for the back. So this is the January 4501223. I also chose the July Children's Hour montage, which is 4501234, because of the children on it. They're plain. It's got little happy sayings and bloom and grow and friends forever, best friends forever. And it just reminded me of children in my family. As we grew up, we were all, even though there was a lot of us, a lot of cousins, we all were pretty close. Not all. I mean, I had some older cousins that, of course, I wasn't very close to, but because of the age difference. And then I also chose the April Children's Hour collection, and it's 4501228. And I chose that because of the leaves and the green. So those are the 3 papers I chose for graphic 45. Now, I got this, and I cut this to fit on here and leave me a little bit of edge so I could see that paint color. My room colors are teals and aqua colors, so that's why I chose that. I do have one whole area that in my craft room that is just where I store a lot of my genealogy stuff, and I have family pictures on the wall of my aunts and uncles and my parents, my grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, and that is just, it's also a little craft table too, but it's mainly, so I had an area just for my genealogy stuff because I have so many books and papers just for that I wanted an area in my room to house those type of items. So when I'm over on that side and when I walk in my craft room, my family is in there with me, and I get to see their faces. They're all passed, including my parents, so it brings me comfort and joy to see their faces. And I've actually been working on my genealogy since I was about 18, shortly after my dad passed away. He passed away when I was 18. And so I kind of got into the genealogy then and just kind of continued it. So I glued that down with art glitter glue. It's a good glue for a lot of mediums. Now I took this piece, I laid it out on my paper where I wanted it, lightly drew around it with pencil, and then I cut it out with my scissors. Now I'm going to glue this on here, but I might have areas, because it was cut out with scissors, that don't quite match up on the back, and it doesn't look like it's too bad. If it's not too bad once it gets glued on, I'm not going to worry about it because it's facing down. But if it looks like too much, I might trim some off. So we're going to glue this down. I also, with my Cricut, cut out a bunch of leaves in a branch. And you could use anything. You could buy them. There's pre-made leaves out there. You could use, you could buy flowers, like from Hobby Lobby or something, and just pull the leaves off of there and use the synthetic leaves. Or not use any leaves at all. Because it said family, that's what made me start going in this line of thinking. So that is why I come up with this. Make sure I put it on upside right. Here we go. And we're just going to lay that out on there. So it's covered. There we go. All right, let's move this aside here, and we're going to press this down here. It looks like I have a couple little areas there, so what I'll do is I'll take my X-Acto blade, and we will go along the edge there, and just clean some of that up a little bit, without getting the paint, hopefully. There we go. Now, it probably would not be noticeable from the top very much, but make it look good. We do it right here, and this is the easiest way to do it. And I probably could have cut the whole thing out with the X-Acto blade, but it takes a little bit longer, I think. So that's why I just kind of drew around it and then used my scissors to cut it. That's not so bad there. I'm not going to worry about this. It's a little overhang here. There we go. And I think this is going to look, I think it's going to look pretty hanging in my room here. There we go. Just little slivers. Oh, here's a bigger area. Hopefully I'm not over too far. And I didn't want to cut too close to my pencil line when I did this, because I didn't want to shortcut it and then have to redo the whole thing. So that's why there's a little bit of access. I should stay away from my pencil line. And here we go. Here. We don't have a ton. That's working out pretty good. There we go. All right. There we go. So now this is going to want this centered. So we're going to eyeball that. All right. And we're going to throw some glue on here. What do they call it? It's MDF, I think, is what they call this type of board. It's a manufactured wood product is what it is, but it's a little more sturdy than chipboard. I have purchased some of the chipboard phrases and stuff, and some of them are alright, but I've had trouble with some other ones with their quality. But this MDF, this holds up pretty good. All right, so let's see if we can get this centered. It doesn't have to be exact, but I want to be close. That looks about right. We'll give that a press here. Now I just wanted a, I love the dark edge from when they use a laser cutter to cut out these things, and it leaves that burnt edge on there. I just love that. And I thought about leaving just the wood burn paint too, but it kind of just faded away inside of my project. So I thought, well, and I tried painting it white, and I didn't like the looks of that. So I thought, you know, something shiny would look good. So that's why I went with the gold. So, and it went real nice. And the nice thing about the paint markers is you stay on the top. You don't get the drips down in, and especially with this much detail on there, I didn't want to mess with. Once you get paint inside, then you got to paint the inside somehow, and it gets harder with the smaller letters. So I was just real happy with the, for some reason I'm out of focus, the screen today here. Real happy with the way the marker, or the paint pen went. And actually surprised at how shiny the gold was. So, but that worked out really, and a lot faster than painting it with a little brush too. I like working smarter, not harder. There we go. All right. So we want to center that. Like so. And not that the thing that they put together wasn't pretty. It just was not my taste, my color taste. Love flowers, it just wasn't my taste. So, and that happens. They put together a kit. They put it together for the masses. They don't put it together just for Deanna. All right. So then I cut these out. These are the branches I cut out of my Cricut. And I'm going to have one going this way here. Whoops, get back up there. And I did cut them out in a pattern, but the pattern just seemed to disappear. So I didn't want that. So then this one is going to come back this way and curl that way. So we're going to try to get some glue on these here. And you could use spray glue and just do it all at once if you'd like. Now I'm just going to get glue on all of it. Some of this is going to hang over the edge, and that little bit of glue that I put on there that's going to hang over the edge is not going to hurt anything at all. So, all right. Now the leaves I cut out went with this specific thing too. It was the leaves that went with this cutout. And what I did with them is I wetted them down, and then I cupped them all so that they're all like, they got dimension. I put some flat ones on, and it did not look right just being flat on all this other flat stuff. So that's why I went with the extra work into it to add some 3D effects to it. Otherwise everything is flat, 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 flat. And that's just put it to be what I would like. So sometimes you take the extra little time and try to doctor it up a little bit just to look pretty. Alright, so we're going to do this one like that here. It's going to hang off the edge there and there. Okay. There we go. So I have all of these flowers. These are my flowers, as you can see. And these were punched out from those other papers. And even though the one was January, and some of the things might be like winter things in the pictures, it didn't matter. I was going for that blue color. That's what I wanted. So that is why I chose that. Now I might, some of these are stems, so I might try to just glue these on the stems here. See if we can do that. And then some of them I'm going to hot glue down. But see how that gives a, it's raised, it's not just flat. I'll show you a flat one. This is what the flat ones look like. So, you know, it's, I'll put it over here. See, I don't know. I think the dimension one actually gives it much. Otherwise, everything's just flat. All right, so let's choose another one. Some of these were ones that were cut out on here, and I actually just cut them off of the tree thing to use. Like I said, this is going to be hanging on my wall, so it's not going to be bumped around and messed around with. And I do have my hot glue gun. Let me put on one more of these leafy ones here. Then we'll just start hot gluing some on there. This one's going to come off of here. And I want them to, you know, kind of hang off the edges and create a little extra, just like a real tree would. Oops, let me see if I can pinch that on there. That might need a little hot glue on that one. It's not setting there. So we'll just try to get a little hot glue on that one. See if I can get that to stick quicker. There we go. All right. And I have another one with a, and that might work better with those ones that are going to kind of be poking out there a little bit. There we go. All right. We're just going to start placing leaves here and there. Okay. We'll pull strings afterwards. I'm not worried about it. And set up a little bit. And it's kind of washing out in the picture right now, but when I get, whoopsie, when I get a few more on here, then I'll lift it up so you can see it here. See what I mean? So it's not washing out. My room is very bright in the morning. So sometimes things are a little more washed out in here in the mornings than they are in the evenings. Let's put you over here like that, I guess. Curl. And we'll get maybe 2 leaves together. I can put leaves in other places like they fell. Like they fell. Let's see here. Can I get this leaf there like that? There we go. Like I said, that's just my personal thoughts on, you know, the family tree thing. So that's where I kind of went with this thought cycle. Whoopsie. Well, I guess you're going to be a leaf there. Okay. And there is the and then this, I mean, it's quite a quick project, really. The longest part was actually making the leaves and getting those ready. So, but the actual other stuff was just painting and kind of choosing the paper I wanted. And that went actually pretty fast, so. This part was not that, the other part wasn't that bad. And like I said, it's got, I mean, you're going to have, you can see the dimension on those. And I didn't need, you know, a ton of color. Because I wanted to kind of stay with the, and you can't see a lot of the children, but you do catch their little faces, and so kind of worked out for what I was thinking. Let's put a leaf here and one here, like so. Cut those, even though, you know, let's see what we got here. This one, yeah, go this one. There we go. I think that's going to hold up pretty good to go. It's actually not much more. Maybe a leaf fell down here. Yeah. One there. Like so. Kind of hanging off the edge. Oh, got glue right there. Dang it. A little bit of glue there. Gotta get that off of there. Okay. Yeah, don't want it to wreck my paper. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Just kind of looking to see if I need. There we go. What do we got here? Maybe a leaf up in that corner too. Let's do this one here, like so. And then we'll bring this one in. Two. There we go. Just like that. Got a couple more here. Maybe do a third leaf in there. We've got yeah, we'll just do another leaf right in here to create a third one there, just like we go. I think we'll add one right on that corner. Like I said, this I'm just going to use some command strips because there's no hanger on this. I'm just going to use some command strips and I'll hang it on my wall. And there. I'm happy with that. I like it. So again, that was from Adorn It, and it was a craft kit. And I just got it at a local store here. So I don't know if you can find it online. I don't know what I do with the paper for it. Let me see. So I'm not seeing a number on it, but it's got www.adornit.com if you want to do that. And then I don't know. I don't see a actual item number. So. But Families Are Forever Pallet sign is what it's called, and Adorn It. Right. That's it for the craft project for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't be afraid if you buy a kit or something and you don't like everything in it, but you like the idea. Don't be afraid to change it up to meet what you would like. And I hope you consider subscribing to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified when I do more videos. And until the next time, I'll be crafting, and I hope you will too. Bye-bye.